Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to my first episode of the Dark Souls 3 walkthrough, Lorethrough series. We're starting backwards here. We're going to go from Dark Souls 3 to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, to Dark Souls 1 Remastered. I was sour on this game initially when I'd played it. Because the lore didn't make any sense to me. I didn't get it. I hated some of the changes, but I want to give it another shot, and I want the community's help with the lore. That's why I'm doing this walkthrough Lorethrough series, is I would like the community's help as we play through the game. I'm going to discover the lore and go through the lore as I see it, from what I understand, and hopefully the community, with the community's help, piece this thing together, and hopefully I'll have a better appreciation of Dark Souls 3. So we're going to start a new game. And,
Yes, indeed.
let's go.
It is called Lorethrough, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades,
So,
and the lords go without thrones.
fire fades and the lords go without thrones. Okay. And the old worlds, I'm guessing they're referring to is Dark Souls 1. And Dark Souls 2. So, but...
When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers.
Link to Artorias.
And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the Giant.
Knowing the Giant. Okay, so this is from the Undead Giants in Dark Souls 2. Pieces of that lore.
Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Ash seeketh embers. Okay. So I'm thinking for this, timber. For this run, do class knight. Need to bump up dex for that. I think that's going to be good enough. Let's see. Mercenary. I think it has the twin blades, right? Let's see, it's more of a dex build. That's a straight strength build. The Herald has low faith. Thief I've always liked. Assassin. Little intelligence. And Sorcerer. Pyromancer. I've always wanted to try a Pyromancy class, but I think I'm going to mix in with a little of everything. Cleric and Deprived. Which is nice for a straight 10 all the way down level 1. I like that. But I'm going to start with a Knight. And let's get the... Let's see. Really, it doesn't really matter. Branch of the young white birch, perhaps an offering of peace. Only once. I do know we need to get this for a offer of token of friendship, so let's see. I'll just do the life ring. Let's see. Just do a commoner. Let's just add facial hair. These beards are awful. They're so scraggly. Let's do this guy. And let's do... Oh yeah, let's get a thick body hair. Why not, right? Let's see. Let's see. Here. The bro cut. Let's see. These are... That's fine. Let's get the game started. So we awaken. Unkindled, right? And that's how we start the game. This is called the Cemetary of Ash. Okay. So, let's look what we got here. Orthodox, so we have the Knight Shield. Orthodox Shield, a kind commonly used by low-ranking knights. Medium shields are the most average shields, providing practical balance of damage absorption, stability, and weight. And now, I know this has skill, so I gotta work on the skill stuff. So parry, repel an attack at the right time to follow up with a critical hit, works with... Okay. And let's try the longsword, which is one of my favorite weapons in the game. A balanced, widely used standard straight sword inflicts reliable standard damage as well as high thrust. Okay. No lore there. Armor of a lowly knight fashioned from a solid iron. The iron armor might be heftier side compared to others in its ilk, but it offers such great physical absorption in exchange for imposing weight. Do not think to wear it without necessary vitality. Oh, and we get the fast roll right off the bat. This is great. Let's actually equip our... Oh, we already have it equipped. Raises maximum HP. Generation's old ring set with small red jewel raises maximum HP Rings or unique powers or discovery that will do much more ease and wearisome journey. Okay, so no real lore here. This is called the Cemetary of Ash. This way, I believe, is the Titanite Demon, right? No, that's coming up. But we get our first item here. Soul of Deserted Corpse. Let the Firekeeper transform the sovereign slow into a source of strength for unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. So, confirmation. Obviously, we are unkindled. This looks really great on the PS4 Pro, man. It's the first time I've played this game a bunch on my old PS4, and I upgraded the PS4 Pro. This is the first time I'm playing it on the PS4 Pro. And then we get the Ashen Estus Flask, so... Undead treasure, these dull ashen flasks. Fill with Estus at bonfires, drink to restore FP. Quite befitting that of an unkindled, an ashen Estus flask turns a bonfire's heat cold. Okay. Interesting. Okay. The journey of an undead has always traced the bonfires, and no journey of import has been made without an Estus flask. I love how it says dull green flask. It looks yellow. Here. No need to take unnecessary damage. Why I love the longsword. I'm going for... Well, I think I'm going to get the Claymore. Start with that and upgrade that, but... thinking about farm for the Dark Sword. So this is where the Titanite is. If we beat it, we'll get Titanite Scales. We get a Titanite skill from him. Okay. So no big deal if we die. We get a soul of an unknown traveler. I only have one Estus Flask, which is not good for the first boss. But let's check it out. Soul found in the corpse of an unknown traveler. Nothing there. Now, let's go here. Okay. Titanite altered by a soul reinforces soul transpose weapons to +4. Weapons forged by soul transposition can only be reinforced by Titanite of the same kind. In rare cases, the crystal lizards devour souls, growing to monstrous proportions and leaving these great scales. So, okay, so these are transformed crystal lizards. These are special scales because I know for a fact, because I've played this game before, that they're used to upgrade boss weapons, which are created through soul transposition, and we'll learn more about that once we get to Firelink Shrine, which is going to be interesting because it's Firelink Shrine from Dark Souls 1, not Majula from Dark Souls 2. So we'll try to figure out that. They give you a bonfire right here. That's actually really nice. And we got the rest emote. I think it's so much easier starting in the night class, you know? You get a really great weapon. Really good armor. 100% fog shield. Getting lucky drops too, which I usually don't get, which is very nice. So we'll go up here. And we gotta make a jump. We made it. We got a Titanite shard. Before we read that, let's beat the enemies here. Alright. Go up here. There is a down path, so that's why I wanted to go. It's right around this corner. Here. Oh, you got me. Got Fading Soul and 5 firebombs, which is really great for this first boss fight. Because there's 2 phases to it, and hitting them with firebombs is going to be really helpful. But let's read the descriptions, see if we get anything. Bisque urn filled with black powder explodes, inflicting fire damage. Fire damage, which differs from physical damage, is highly effective against creatures of the flesh, beasts, and other foes that might naturally have caused fear to come out, fear of the flame. That's interesting, because that is true for the first boss. That's why he's pretty weak to it. So we'll equip him. I'm going to use all but one. Reason for that. And let's see. Titanite shard says. Titanite shard for a weapon reinforcement reinforces weapons to +3. Titanite shards can be fragments of legendary slabs. Titanite is etched into weapons to reinforce. So here's our first boss fight right there. He's not too difficult. Watch me die to him. I've never died to him, so we'll see. So we have to remove the sword from his chest here. And you can see the black goo oozing out of him. Like a night boss. We've restored our quote-unquote humanity. It's really called Ember. We haven't gotten an an Ember yet. So it looks like we've restored our humanity right now. And let's rest here, and let's check out the coiled sword, which is actually a key item. Sword missing from the shrine bonfire. Cannot be equipped as a weapon. Thrust in the shrine bonfire to restore its power, enable travel between bonfires. This sword is only bequeathed to chosen Ash as judged by Iudex, as by the Iudex, who is Iudex Gundyr, who awaits the arrival of Ash as a scabbard. So he's been waiting to test us to be able to get the coiled sword fragment to put into Firelink Shrine to begin our journey. Really interesting when we get to a second part of the game with a similar scenario. I think it's a little different, but from what I remember, it seems like man, I don't want to say anything right now. But we'll wait for that. So we'll come here and pick this up, get a broken straight sword, which is useless. We'll go down here. So yeah, the first boss, quote-unquote, boss fight, tutorial boss fight, is not very difficult. But we get a homework bone, which is really great. There's so much to do in this area, actually. Let's check out what the homeward bone says. Bone fragment reduced from white ash returned to the last bonfire used for resting or the shrine bonfire. Bonfires are sustained by bones of the undead. In rare cases, their previous owner's strong urge to seek bonfires enchants their bones with a homeward distance. Interesting. Okay, so is that referring to, former champions of Dark Souls 1 and 2, the players? Or just... up behind this guy. Dropping lots of fading souls. Don't want to go that way yet. For a surprise. If we go here, so this is interesting. It seems like the world has shifted because this is Firelink Shrine. Should not have let you hit me. Go here. And we get our first ember. Okay. No unkindled can ever truly claim the embers that burn within a champion's bosom, which is precisely what makes their yearning for warmth so keen. Gain the strength of flame and increased max HP until death, With the strength of fire, the summoning signs of unkindled become visible. Seekers of embers can be summoned to join cooperation, but beware the embers may attract invaders. Okay, so it acts like humanity, but it's not humanity, actually. It's an ember from a flame that makes you unkindled. Now we get Firelink Shrine, and I've got so many questions about this place. So here's our first NPC.
Ah, another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right.
But we can't die.
Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we are talking true legends with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots.
So the Lords of Cinders have linked the fire before, and we get an emotive collapse. So we get that from Hawkwood right here, the deserter, and he's a deserter. We'll learn more about him. But so that's our first big story bit. We're seeked to go get the Lords of Cinder's ashes. I believe it's their ashes or their souls, and put them on this throne. All of them. They're all right here. And they're the ones that have linked the fire before, just like the players have in Dark Souls 1 and 2.
Don't you think? What a sick joke. Asking us to seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. You're talking true.
That's all he says. Okay. And now we get our Firekeeper. Look at her eyes. They're white. Seems like she has no eyes.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one. I am a firekeeper. I tend to the flame, and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones, and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side.
So the Lords of Cinders have left their thrones, and we have to go get them back, basically.
Ashen one, to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls.
So that's what unkindled means.
Sovereignless
To be
souls
a
will
vessel
become
for
thy
souls.
strength. I will show thee how. Ashen one, bring me souls plucked from their vessels. Ashen one, to be sovereign.
Yeah, that's all she says now.
Very
Well,
well.
let's level up.
Then touch the darkness within me.
Touch the darkness
Take
within her.
nourishment
Okay.
from these sovereignless souls.
Interesting, because that's what... It's like, I know Demon Souls isn't connected to Dark Souls, but that's almost a line from Demon Souls when she says, you know, the Maiden in Black says to touch the demon inside me, I believe she says. So we're going to put 1 point up in Dexterity, so we can wield the Claymore. And then I'm going to raise Endurance. And Vigor, I believe, is Health. It is 14. We'll keep Vit at that. And that's what we're mostly going to level up. So I do want to get... Actually, before I do that, let's get 1 point into Faith and 1 into Intelligence. So we're able to get our NPCs, I believe. Because I do want to use a little bit of magic and faith, just to buff weapons, basically. So let's just do that for now. Yeah, I don't think we can do any more.
Farewell, Ashen one. May the flames guide thee.
May the flames guide thee. Okay. And now we can use Firelink's Shrine and strike the sword into bonfire here, and then we can rest at it. But you can see back here, it's Andre from Dark Souls 1. I have no idea how the heck he's here is beyond me. I know the world's shifted, and he's alive, and he's here. But let's talk to her first. Another NPC.
Pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away. Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me. As is thy wont, no? Ashen One, if my wares are not to thy satisfaction, bring me umbral ash.
That's interesting, okay.
With ash, I'll fashion new wares. Is it not our sorry fate to sup on death? Knowest thou of that soppy gossip? That cordial intrusion layeth the path to embers. And so thou art in need of a soapstone, Ashen One. Then thy pockets will overflow with souls to trade to me. Ashen One, is it not?
Okay, that's all she says for now. You can actually sell items to her. Okay, so she has some starter magic. She has the White Sign Soapstone, which, definitely I would buy for co-op, you know. She has 3 embers. It's nice to pick up a torch. I won't do that yet. I won't read all these today, because we've got a lot to do.
Ashen One, be sure to bring...
Because we gotta talk to all these NPCs, and there's a few more things, so this is gonna be a little longer of an episode that we're gonna have to do. Here's our bro Andre from Dark Souls 1.
A newcomer, I see. I am Andre. I serve at this shrine as a humble smith, forging weapons. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust. A toilsome journey, I'd wager. You require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith. Such is my purpose.
So we can reinforce our Estus Flask and a lot our Estus Flask, which I'm going to do. I'm going to get another one from consuming the Ashen Flask. Let's talk to him.
Weapons and protection are sturdy enough by and large. But when overused, they'll eventually break. When their durability is low, repair becomes a necessity. Use a powder, or simply rest at a bonfire. But should chance impel them break, bring them me. I'll hammer them back into shape. They take no pleasure in breaking, I assure ye. So handle them with care, if you would. There are 2 ways to smith weapons. Simple reinforcement is one, and infusion the other. Reinforcement is straightforward. It strengthens a weapon without altering its property. Infusion is a more advanced form of smithing that infuses an element. Reinforcement requires titanite, and infusion requires gems. Bring the stones, and I'll do the smithing. It's my purpose, after all.
It's his
battle,
purpose. Okay.
Your weapons are your only friends.
How did you get
Forge
here?
them well.
You survived?
And they won't let you down.
Can we get an emote from him?
Another matter. Infusing weapons with gems requires a special kind of coal. My humble coals won't be any use infusing more unusual gems. I know, it's an awful shame, but it's all I have. Oh, please don't give me that look. Believe it or not, I'm quite thin-skinned.
Thin skin, huh?
Oh, by the by, if you find any Estus shards, bring them here. They can be used to reinforce either of your Estus flasks. Without those flasks, you'd want for life or focus. And they'll always stay with you. Why not treat them well? Huh? Weapons and protection are sturdy enough by and large. But when
Okay, that's all it says.
So,
Okay.
pretty be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
Interesting. Look at the scars on his body. He's withering away? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so more NPCs, once we rescue them, will come down here. But first, we want to go talk to, I believe his name is Liquid. He's up here sitting by the thrones. He's got a crown on his head, so let's talk to him. He's the one that gives us boss weapons. Oh, there he is. Dang it. Made the wrong turn. Okay. And he's got half a body.
Unkindled, and a seeker of lords. I am Ludleth of Corland. Look not in bewilderment as I say.
He's a Lord of
I
Cinder.
linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder.
He linked the fire as well.
If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corpse. This sad cadaver, no need to be coy. Have a closer look. Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast-fading flame must be licked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire.
In Dark Souls 1.
So it is. I became a Lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a Colossus.
That's really interesting.
Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones.
Okay.
So it is.
Reenactment
became a
of basically
Lord
the
of
first
Cinder.
link of Dark Souls 1. Okay. Interesting. So we're gonna go up here. And this place is huge. We're gonna go this way. Want to on the outside. Ah, yes. Here, I believe. Yes. Yes. Now we can go up more. And over here, another area of the game, we can do a seed of a giant tree yet to fall. This will drop a seed as we progress. So that's from Dark Souls 2. This is locked. This tower's locked. The Shrine Maiden sells the key for 20,000 souls. Here lies some secrets within there, but we're gonna get to them right here. So here, I'm sure you know this. You can perform a trick jump here. Almost got it. Land on there, and we'll get some secrets. Oh. Gonna take a few tries. Oh, almost. Not hitting that correct angle. Nope. Not getting that. that elevation. thought I had that one. But that's what you do. You gotta try to get the elevation. Oh! How did that not happen? That was perfect! I thought that was good, too. No, that was bad. I knew that was bad. Come on. There you go. So you just gotta jump up it and then on here. Okay, so now we can get this, which is 3 more homework bones. And the crow is up here to trade. And I'm not 100% sure if it's the crow from Dark Souls 1.
You.
Yeah, it looks like it is Pickle Pea Pumperum. We get an Estus shard, which is key for us right here. But we can actually trade some stuff. So let's trade. Oh no, it didn't work. No. That's not what I wanted to do. How do I, shoot? I don't want to waste this. Get rid of this. There it is, okay. We get a large Titanite shard. A few things we can actually give him. I believe we can give him a homeward bone. We get the emote all over and the iron bracelets from Solaire. So you can get Solaire's whole set. And we will. Let's see. I thought it took a number. It's not. I think that's actually it for now. Yes. So we're gonna run straight this way, and we're gonna hit this wall, and it's a hidden wall. So, run all the way here, come down, and then we have first chest of the game, and we get the covetous silver ring. Serpent ring. So let's put it on and let's talk about it. A silver ring depicting a snake that could have been, but never was, a dragon. Fallen foes yield more souls. Snakes are known as creatures of great avarice, devouring prey even larger than themselves by swallowing them whole. If one's shackles are cause for discontent, perhaps it's time for some old-fashioned greed. And now let's check the a shard. A shard soaked in Estus gives to blacksmith at the shrine to increase usages of Estus flask. In the old days, it was rare to see an Estus far from its owner, but this shard offers hope, however shattered. And let's also check out the Solaire gauntlets that we have. Durable iron braces protecting the wearer's wrists, said to be the braces of a knight of sunlight from a previous age. So this takes place in the future, confirmed from Dark Souls 1. It's talking about Solaire, has no particular powers, but are fine quality and evidently well taken care of. So now we jump down here, we're down here. So I'm going to go hand in flask. To Andre, and then we're going to take care of one more thing here.
Ah, 'tis quite neat. Okay, be careful.
Now we got an extra set. Flask will have 5. Let's heal up. Get the heck out of here. Real quick. This time we're going to go to the left. Let's go this way. Or excuse me, the right from here. And we're going to find a pretty tough enemy, but an awesome dex weapon. We can get him to kill himself. He's right there. And he's really tough. He can kill you. But you can get him to fall. Stupid. But I killed everyone. Come on, jump off here. You know you want to. Where I try to get him to jump off. I almost jumped off. No, he's dead. So, how we get his weapon is we just quit the game. And I'm sorry for the long episode, guys. But we had to get all this done for the first part. And now should reappear. We'll get the last item and we'll end the episode. But we want to get the Uchigatana and get some lore. That's how you take care of that guy. So we get the Uchigatana, Master's Attire, and Master's Glove. And we have an item here, so let's get that. Actually, we can level up one more time, which is nice. And the East-West Shield. Okay. Go back in the Firelink Shrine, make sure. There's nothing left here. Okay. Done all we can. A unique katana characterized by the fine craftsmanship of Eastern land where it was forged, finely sharpened blade cuts fresh like butter and causes bleeding, but breaks easily as a result. So that's skill. And then the East-West Shield. A wooden shield decorated with an ancient symbol of two-headed eagle, close to small size and sheared. Wooden shields are light, manageable, and offer relatively high magic absorption. Terribly worn shirt. Men are fond of weaving tales of explained raggedness of their garb. My sixth sense warned me of danger, and I danced between flurries and blades, unscathed, but alas, my clothes went to tatters. That's interesting, and I wonder if it's referring to a later boss. Possibly the dancer. I don't know. You tell me. Anyways, that'll wrap it up for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this. And I can't wait to get to episode 2 because we're going to head into Lorethrough. Also, let me know if you like this new format. I was thinking about doing face cam, so let me know if I've got a really nice DSLR camera. If you've watched my other videos, you can see. I'd like to put it to use for streaming as well, or recording face capture. So let me know if you guys like that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.